Hey Fisherman, Aqua Duelist here, and today I'm doing something a little different because I'm calling it almost a deck profile, kind of like what I did with the worms. What I mean by that is, so my main deck for this deck is pretty much done, and it's just kind of like a work in progress. My extra deck isn't finished. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this deck exactly. But I thought it'd be a interesting idea to just kind of show what I got going on and just, kind of, I guess, this is a deck kind of like show a work in progress of where I'm ultimately going to go for it in a sense, over time. Absolutely love Vendreads. I picked these up back when they originally came out, and I tried to play them at the time, and I just couldn't. I wasn't good enough at the time. I just felt like my skill level wasn't there. So I'm basically taking another stab back at this deck, just because I always kept the core, because I mean, they're literally the coolest looking zombie archetype. Honestly, they're literally a mix of Resident Evil and Spawn. Like, that's freaking dope. So, but yeah, I want to just show you guys kind of what I got. So yeah, um, so sorry, you guys probably will hear my cat in the background. She has got the zoomies right now. So, uh, starting off, I'm playing 3 copies of Vendread Slayer. That's just like the core card of the deck. So, standalone, he's not that great, but the little Vendread monsters will give him other effects. But basically, what he does, you can banish a zombie monster in a graveyard. He gains 300, and if he basically goes to grave, you get to add a ritual spell from your deck to your hand, and then you get to Foolish Burial of Vendread. So that's pretty cool. 2 copies of Battle Lord. Main purpose with him is he's kind of like an interruption. Basically, I think it's like you banish a zombie, and then you declare trap spell monster. Your opponent just can't activate those effects for the turn. So that's pretty freaking cool. It's really weird. So really nice though. Then playing 1 copy of Vendread Executioner. He's basically a bigger version of Slayer. His name becomes Slayer when he's on Vendread Slayer when he's on the field, and he's just kind of like some extra protection. Basically, your opponent has to like target him and stuff, or they can target your other zombies. Uh, I mean, he's okay. I really do love the artwork on him, so yeah, wanted to at least try him out. And then 1 Chalice Slime Incantation. I don't need to explain Chalice Slime at all. So now going to the main deck monsters, and when you look at this, you'll kind of see why I think it's like a really weird deck that's hard to play. So starting off, playing 3 copies of Mizuki, just because you have to play them in any zombie deck. 3 copies of Unazombie, again, like you gotta play this in any zombie deck, really. Just how it is. And then 3 copy of Chernu Solitaire. This Mizuki and Unazombie are basically like the 3, just the way I see it, just like the 3 like must-ofs for any zombie deck. Like you have to play them and max them out just because they're that good. So yeah. And then I'm playing 1 Chernu Spectral Sword Shade. Honestly, like effect-wise, it's not that bad. You get to bring 2 zombies, 2 banished zombies back. 1 has to be a Shiranui. It's a tuner, so that's pretty cool. And you basically can go for some synchro or link plays with it. 1 copy of Plague Spare Zombie. It's a tuner, and it can basically bring itself back for once, and then it gets banished after. So that's those. Now going to the little Vendread monsters. I don't play a big lineup. I play 1 copy of Revenants, 1 copy of Hound Horde, and 1 Anima. Main reason why I went with this lineup, mainly because they give Slayer just banish effects. Like one of them banishes a opponent's monster when it's special summoned. If Slayer battles a monster, the monster gets banished. and one banishes a spell or trap. That's just like how that's the main reason why I went with this lineup, was mainly just for the banishing. I just felt like they were the better ones out of all of them. So, yeah. And then this is why I'm saying this is where I'm gonna say it gets a little weird, because just I understand, I understand how and know how to play the zombie world strategy. So I wanted to incorporate a zombie world pack, little like mini zombie world engine or package in here, which I'm playing the one copy of Banshee, one glow up bulb, and then one Doom King here. Um, I don't know. I do like playing this in here, with all honesty, and I don't think it's like bad at all. And it allows for some really cool and interesting plays. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I wanted to throw in something I was familiar with into the deck, so that's why I decided to throw these in. So I do like them, with all honesty. And then for the last bit of monsters, I'm playing one Incantation Talismandra, one Candle, one Bookstone, one Pencil Plume. I've explained these a couple times, just all my other old ritual decks. So, and these have been out for a while, so there's not really much of a reason, I feel, to explain these cards. Now, going on to spells, play 3 copies of Vendread Origin. What I really like about this is, on top of being able to, pretty much tribute monsters in your hand or field like, regular ritual spell would, you can also banish zombies from your graveyard. That's really freaking cool, actually. Like, I think that's pretty dope. Can't really think of any other ritual spells that just do that off the top of my head, so that's pretty nice. Now, for the other cards, playing 3 copies of Pre-Preparation of Rites. Now, I know the weird thing is, this Origin, basically, it doesn't, exclusively say you can only summon Slayer. Slayer is actually in the last line of text, because the thing is, if Slayer would be basically destroyed, you can banish it, or, would get destroyed, you can banish this instead to protect it. So we can actually search this, we can actually search Origin and Slayer off of pre-prep, so that's pretty cool. Or, I'm sorry, pre-preparation of rites. So, yeah, pre-prep. And then I played 2 copies of Preparation. Slayer's level 6. And, we're able to get back Origin if needed, so that's pretty cool. Proxying 2 copies of Super Poly. Just couldn't find two copies I had. I know I had probably like 9 copies of it. I just couldn't find 2. So, 1 copy of Zombie World, and then 1 copy of Incantation Inception. Honestly, I want to cut Inception and probably play maybe like a third Preparation, I'm thinking, or Super Poly. I'm not entirely sure. It'd be one of those two, and it's probably going to be Preparation. So, that's it for the main deck. I think it's kind of solid, honestly, but I still think it does need worked on a lot, and I need to get like a better understanding of the deck and what I want to do. Now going to the extra deck, 2 copies of Vendread Slayer. Honestly, not that bad. So this basically, the main thing, one of the cool things I like is the fact that you can banish, I believe it's banish actually, yeah. So if it battles an opponent's monster, quick effect, you can send a zombie monster from the deck to the grave, and then this, the opponent's monster loses attack equal to level of the monster, since grave by 200. That's pretty cool. And then you can also shuffle a Vendread from grave back to the hand, so that's pretty nice. 1 copy of Vampire Sucker. Also forgot Savior over here also gets Slayer's name, so that's pretty cool. Vampire Sucker is just, staple for zombies, so gotta play it. 1 Needle Fiber. This way I can kind of cycle between tuners to get whatever I need, if, needed. One copy of Shiranui Squire Saga here. Um, this card's actually like really stupid. Like I think it's cool. Basically can just pop stuff. You can banish itself and get like some insane stuff, or just insane pops off. But yeah, I definitely want to go a synchro route with this deck. I just don't really know what synchros I want to put in still. So yeah, it's definitely going to be like really weird because it's like a synchro heavy like ritual deck kind of like it's. I just think the idea is weird. So yeah, definitely gonna have more synchros in here, and then also proxying the one copy of the one zombie fusion that it requires two zombies to make. Uh, just couldn't find it. Just couldn't find one of my copies. I know I got 9 laying around because I bought it up, bought about like I think 3 or 5 playsets as a penny stock. Something else I want to throw. Something else I might actually throw in is what you call it. I could also put in Instant Fusion for Inception and then play the one level 5 zombie tuner. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. That's like also another thing I could do, which I think I might do that actually. It'd be a really cool tryout. But yeah, so that's just kind of what I got going on right now for this deck. Hope you guys honestly enjoy it. Enjoyed this, deck profile, not deck profile video. If you guys have any comments and just suggestions in general for this deck, like please drop them in the comments because I still think this deck's just hard to play, and I still think like even though I've gotten so much better, I still suck with trying to play this deck. I feel. And I want to get really good with it because I just love the whole artwork and concept of Vendreads. So yeah, comment any suggestions, any recommendations of what things I could do with this deck. And guys, don't forget to harpoon that like button, harpoon that subscribe button, and I will see y'all in the next video.